I hate this car. I absolutely hate this car. What are we going to do? What are we actually going to do?
So we're going to have to just take the engine out, assess the situation properly without squeezing under the car, and we're just going to have to go from that.
Good morning. Oh god, my ND filter scratched to bits. Good morning everybody, we're down again at Rusty Auto. So remember in the couple of videos ago when we took all the gearbox off and fixed that leak and then got all the way home and it's still leaking? Yeah, we're here to fix that for the third time. We're taking all precautions and we're taking the gearbox off and we're going to pull the engine completely out and do the sump properly. We're not going to faff about trying to take the sump off while the engine's still in the car because the subframe on these are a fucking nightmare. So we're going to pull the gear. So this is what we've got to do. We've got to pull the gearbox off, pull the flywheel off, pull the clutch off and see if it's coming from the sump or the rear main seal. From then, if it is the sump, we're going to take the whole engine out of the car and do the sump 100% properly. So I've bought genuine Nissan sealant and some genuine Nissan gaskets as well, and we're going to do the sump properly. I've also heard that there's some bolts in the engine which are threaded, but obviously the sump doesn't come with them, but people can drill out new holes to put the sump on. That's just going to give it some more clamping pressure. But first of all, we're going to get the car in here, take the gearbox off. Luckily we've done this really fresh, so we should be able to get everything off pretty quickly. I've drove up here because I wanted to do the rest of my running in miles, and so my running in miles are completely done now, meaning we can go full send. So what we're also going to do, last time we didn't leave it overnight to dry, so this time we're going to do everything properly. We're going to take the whole engine out, do the sump as best as we can with genuine everything, leave it for 24 hours and then drop the engine back in tomorrow, and hopefully it's still not leaking. If it's still leaking, I'm scrapping it. It's going in the bin. So this is how much is leaking. I've been here for like 5 minutes and that's coming from the car, so it's pretty bad. I did drive up here, but I've been stopping like every 45 minutes and checking the oil. I've not had to stop up the oil, so it looks bad, but it's actually not losing that much oil at all. Yeah, we're going to pull some cars out and get her in. Naughty little girl. Right, we're wasting absolutely no time. The car's here. We're going to get it jacked up and get the gearbox off pretty fucking quick. We're going to get the gearbox off to see if it's leaking from the sump again, or if it's actually the crank seal. In the last episode we actually did some crank seal modifications and upgrades, and maybe that's the reason why it's leaking, because it weren't actually leaking in the first place. So instead of just pulling the engine out, we're going to take the gearbox off. We did it last week. We did it on camera. I'm not going to show you. It's not easy, but we know what to do, so we should be able to get it off in like half an hour. So Jack's son has to go to hospital, sadly. I hope he's alright. So I'm on my own for a bit. So I've got the box off. Bit of a struggle on my own, but I'll get it off. So now I'm just going to take the flywheel off, take the clutch off, take the flywheel off, and see if it's coming from the rear main seal or the sump. Okay, so I'm going to bring you in, guys, because I can't tell. I think that's Rusty just pulling up, but I've got it off here. I can't tell if it's coming from the rear main or the sump. A part of me thinks it's the rear main because it's all over the place, but it's more wet down at the bottom of the sump down here. Long story short, I've no idea. Hello, mate.
You alright, buddy?
I've got the box off, got everything off.
Have you?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's coming from the rear main or the sump. Everywhere's fucking coated.
Rear main, I'd say.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you ain't going to get it up here, are you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I'd say it's rear main. That's an issue because we ain't got another one.
But it can't be the seal, right?
It could be. That's what, if you look at the comments on the video,
yeah,
somebody said they put the sleeve over, they put the seal over, and it fucked the seal.
So I wish you just fucking left it, mate.
I know. I think that's sealed to sump. Because look, it's literally just coming down the top, innit? Around the top.
So it's just going to do the exact same thing again?
Yeah, so we're going to have to take that cover off, I think.
That's going to be impossible. There's no way you're going to get that off, surely.
I don't know how it went on, to be honest.
Fucking tight.
Was it?
Yeah. Right, look at my fucking face. Right, so It's from the rear mainsail. If you look, just I'll put a picture of it. You look just like there's a bit of a gap at the top. I don't know why that's there. We don't know why that gap's there. There's a few things we can do here. We don't think it's coming from the sump. We don't think it's coming. I think that's sealed now. It just looks like it's all dripping down from the top there, and it's a worse leak, which would make sense. It looks like it is coming from that crank seal. I've took a picture and I sent it in the garage and just be like, what would you do here? And he just said, just put some RTV around there, around the sump bits, just fucking seal it with some proper Nissan sealant. He says that's what he did. And just as like a finalised bit to make a decision, we've rang Nissan and they don't have them crank seals and they can't get them. So the only way would be to order it from like JDM garage, and that's going to take like a week or some shit. So what we're going to do is, if we're going to change the crank seal, we've got to reseal the sump again.
Yeah.
Right. And we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is, this is the genuine Nissan sealant I bought. We're going to put a picture of where we're going to seal with the sealant, because the two options now are do that and leave it till tomorrow. I need to wait here anyway, and put the gearbox back on and see if it works.
Yep.
Or plan B is to take the whole engine out.
Yep.
Wait for a crank seal.
Somebody might be like, "Why are you taking the whole engine out, though?" Won't they? But
yeah, because you can't get the sump out with it on the subframe. So it's pull the engine out, order a new crank seal, fucking wait a week for that. I can't then get home.
Seal the sump again.
Seal the sump, take the sump off, seal the sump again, which is just risky as fuck because it's just a bastard, and now it doesn't look like it's leaking.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing.
So, I mean, from the sake of it's just took me an hour to get the gearbox off,
yeah,
just fucking try it.
Yeah. What we got?
Fucking seal.
It's only a little bit of time and a bit of sealant.
A bit of time, a bit of sealant. Otherwise, I can't get home, and then it's even more time wasted. We're at that stage now where even if we do the sump and put a new crank seal on, we're gonna seal it like that anyway, because we're sick of fucking seeing this shit box in here.
Good job we got 4 tubes in it.
Did we actually get 4?
No, we didn't.
Oh, we got one because it was expensive as fuck. How much was it? Like 30 quid for that.
30 quid, yeah.
Fucking hell. That's what I mean. I'm getting to the point. Some people might think this is bodge, but I genuinely don't give a fuck anymore. The amount of time and money I've spent on this.
The thing is, I always say though, if somebody who deals with CAs is telling you to seal it that way, there's a fucking damn reason that they're telling you to seal it that way.
Just fucking put seal on everything. In the garage, just put PS like you've never bodged at anything before. Thanks, mate. That's what I mean. Listen here, right? Everyone can fucking. You can say I bodge shit. It fucking works. Sometimes I actually think when you bodge stuff, it works better.
Usually, yeah. To be fair.
Like we did that sump to the fucking buck, and how bad did it leak?
Bad.
We came in here, we bodged the fuck out of it with Loctite sealant.
Follow alternator as well.
Follow everything, and it was
what to do, and
nope.
just shit.
And we were like, fuck it, lay that bitch up with Loctite sealant. Now it's not leaking. Right, there's only one thing to do in a situation like this. Right, so we sealed up the crank, didn't we? Yeah. It looks like we've got a red gasket.
Factory, doesn't it?
It does actually look factory. I'll show you in a minute. It looks pretty clean. While we got a bit of time, I did get some spare arms like a while ago, and I took this one off and do that again, right? This is one that was on the car. Oh, nice one. Fuck my crew. So we got some spare ones here. They're obviously not amazing, but they're a lot better. I got them for free when off the guy. I got the box off. Cheers, buddy. So we're gonna bang these in. We can't really do much for the day. We're gonna let that drive till tomorrow afternoon, right? Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and then put the gearbox back on and fucking hope it seals.
Oh, we're building it up today. Yeah, we're gonna build.
Oh, we're gonna put the box. Oh yeah, it makes sense.
The only thing that's gonna be left tomorrow is put engine oil in.
Right. Oh, that makes way more sense. So we've just done a few layers of.
A few layers. It's what was recommended.
It was what was recommended on Auto Data. So there it is. We just followed in the garage. He's had his engine out fucking 4 or 5 times trying to fix an oil leak from the exact same position. So we're just doing exactly what he's done, and this is what he's done. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. We're gonna let that drive 24 hours, and then yeah, actually makes sense to bang the gearbox on now and stuff. But I think I pretty much smashed it. I think I know where all the bolts are. Oh, yeah, coming to take this bush out. The bolt is like seized in the bush, and I mean seized. The bush has just totally collapsed on itself, and the bolt seized in the middle of it. So when I'm turning the bolt, the whole bush is spinning, and it's just like, as I said, totally collapsed on itself. We cannot get it out. The only way we're going to get this out is by grinding it. We're going to have to grind each side and get a new bolt and nut. Now our issue is that the bolts that they use as standard, they're tapered, so one side's smaller than the other side, so it's a special bolt, and you can't get them anywhere. But it's an M14 bolt, so it's really big, so the only way we can do it is just drill out the obviously there's a big hole on one side and a smaller one on the other. We're going to have to drill a smaller one so it's the same size, put an M14 bolt through it, but we can't find a nut that's the right thread. It's a bit annoying. So anyway, Jack's gone. He's gone and picking up his son from the hospital, and he's going to see if we can get a bolt and a nut on the way back. So that trailing arm, or the tension rod either, is at the minute MIA, missing in action. It's not going to be working. But what we're going to be doing is we've let the crank seal dry for a few hours. We're going to leave it overnight, but now we're going to start putting the clutch and the flywheel back on and start getting ready to put the box up, which meaning tomorrow we can come, put oil in it, and then off we go. I'm glad we don't have to pull the engine out, mate.
For now, yeah.
Don't say that. I can torque the flywheel back up, and it's a bitch. It is a bitch. Got my fucking face. I can't wait to get in that Travelodge shower, the one that I accidentally booked 45 minutes away from here. What a dickhead. Right, we're cracking on. I'm underneath, just putting the flywheel on. We're gonna torque them down, which is it's not easy underneath here. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was 80 foot-pound. I think we'll double check it. I'm pretty sure it was. I call it Lockwood engineering. So we're doing the bits. Oh, there's no dowels on this, is there? Great. Oh, is there not? I don't think there was any, were there?
No, I don't think there was.
Oh, you little bastard. I'm getting into the sunrise.
I'm waiting for the comments of why don't you have a ramp? Again.
Why don't you need a ramp? Not gonna lie. Oh, my fucking neck. Let's just get another one on. I've got Loctite on. Well, I need two people. You're gonna have to Loctite for me, Russ. You're gonna have to put the camera on. You're gonna have to Loctite. Right, we've got a nut and a bolt that'll replace this the bush that we're going to cut out. So we bought Gordon the grinder because we bring the Lockwood garage everywhere with us in the S13, and we got to cut this little bastard off in there. Look at the state of this. Look at that fucking bushing, mate. Absolutely bollocks, popping out. So what we've got to do is we're going to have to drill this side hole because it goes through this one. It's bigger, but it doesn't go through that one. So it's going to drill through to this bit here. Right, the box is back on. It was all right, wasn't it, Jack, getting it back on?
Yeah, loads better than last time.
Yeah, we've got it on first time really. So everything's back together. We're topped up with gearbox oil, props on, well, everything's on. I'm a bit tired, but we've done pretty well today. So we're going to leave that to dry overnight. Come back in the morning, top it up with oil. Oh, we need to take the oil filter off. I'll do it now. Top it up with oil, start it up, take it for a drive, and fucking pray, sweet Mary Jesus, that it's not fucking leaking, honestly. So I'm happy that we've changed them front bushes as well, because like that front right one was horrific. I didn't know it was that bad. I mean, it looked bad from the crap, but like I didn't know it was that bad. So I'm glad that that's done. And I'm optimistic. When this doesn't leak tomorrow, we've done the running in miles, we can put our foot down and I can start doing like actual modifications instead of just like fucking fixing shit. The main thing I want is a seat. I need a different seat in the front because the bolsters are like fucked. So instead of driving straight, it's horrific. It's so uncomfortable. But she's over there, in the back. And we'll see you in the morning. Don't know if it's going to be the same video or a different video, but we'll see. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So it's the day after we took the gearbox, the flywheel, the clutch off for the third time, trying to sort this bloody oil leak from the S13s. But we've got some oil here. I just went to Halfords. So we're running, and this oil is my final oil change. So if you didn't know, I got the engine forged probably around about 2 months ago, and I've had to do about 1,200 miles of running in miles, and multiple different oil changes and stuff. So this is the last oil change. So this is the oil that's going to be going in. I have got some like Titan race oil in there, but I've not got enough. So we're just going to put the Castrol in it for now. It's got this some Halfords Castrol 1040. When I start going on track and stuff, I'll start putting in the better oil, but that's fine for now. Put the oil in and pray that it's not leaking. Here we go. How much are you hoping, mate?
It better fucking work, I swear to God.
Honestly, this fucking I'm not going to call it a piece of shit, so we want it to work right now.
This lovely thing.
This lovely, beautiful, reliable girl. Crank her up. To be fair, I mean, it only leaked after you've been driving it for about 15-20 minutes anyway, so just leave it here idling for a bit, eh?
Yeah, I would.
Give it a few revolutions and stuff. Right, let's pray! Right, it's not leaking so far, but I'm going to take it for a quick spin, get the RPMs up, get the oil pressure up, get the heat up, and fucking pray. Oh! Honestly, mate. Honestly. Oh my God, it's leaking. It's actually leaking.
It's pissing.
It's actually leaking.
Looks like engine's gonna have to come out.
Engine's gonna have to come out.
Yep.
I hate this car. I absolutely hate this car. What are we gonna do? What are we actually gonna do?
Engine out, new rear main, clear everything off, sump back off, leave it to sit for 3 weeks.
What the fuck? Oh my God. How is it coming out?
It's not excessive pressure, because otherwise you'd have issues. You won't run properly as it is, so it's just not sealing. I think when we take it out, we'll re-tap some holes in the sump and the block if we can.
Yeah, and get it up tight.
And get it, because they are quite far apart, aren't they, on the sump?
Yeah.
So I think if we do that, re-tap it all back up. Yeah, and we'll have to just redo it. Simple as that. Like, loses your motivation after the 5th time, but we ain't giving up. We'll get it done. We'll sort it.
Mate. Fuck's sake. That is so annoying.
So we're gonna have to just take the engine out, assess the situation properly without squeezing under the car, and we're just gonna have to go from that.